Well, school, let's go. Okay, school. And so my name is Rasmus, and I'm the executive director of the Museum of Danish America. I'm here with Søren Pedersen, right?
Yeah.
Chef Pedersen?
Yeah.
All right, Søren, can you tell me a little bit about where we are today? What's this location?
Well, we're still trying to figure that out, actually.
Okay.
We do private events,
Yeah.
and we do a lot of catering. Came to Houston in '95.
And this is in Houston, by the way.
Yeah.
We are in Houston,
Yeah,
right?
we're in Houston. Came to Houston in '95. Meant to stay 1 year.
That's a pretty common story, and now you're stuck here, right? So
Yeah, well, I don't know if I'm stuck. But I
you
like
it
I
here.
like it here. Yeah.
Good, yeah. Okay, that's a beautiful location.
Thank you.
So we just FYI to the people looking at us right now. So we had a Danish event here with the Danish Club of Houston. The Museum of Danish America sort of hosted the event, and we had some wonderful smørrebrød.
Yeah.
So can you tell me a little bit about this? What we're looking at now. So what is your cooking style?
Well, it tends to be what a certain percent is Danish.
Sure.
And now it's kind of farm to table, which Denmark is very, that's a classic Danish thing as it is. So
Sure.
worldwide now.
Yeah.
But Houston has come a long way with local markets and farmers markets and all of that stuff. So we start to use a lot of that, and then we throw in a little Danish. There's a lot of, I graduated as a chef in Denmark before I came. So.
Okay. So what brought you over here in the first place?
I wanted to travel.
Okay.
And I actually came through the Danish American Foundation.
Oh, very well. Yeah.
Which is where you get your degree in Denmark and then you go for a period of time and then return.
So the farm-to-table thing you were talking about, so all these ingredients we're looking at here, those are locally sourced?
Yeah,
Okay.
and as much as possible.
Sure, yeah. So locally sourced leverpostej?
Well, it's local in the sense that it's local pigs,
Sure.
And I make the leverpostej.
Really?
So
Okay.
it kind of gets as much local as it can.
Yeah, it was very good, let me tell you that
Thank
much.
you.
So I have one big question for you as well. So what would it take for you to relocate to Elkhorn?
It would take a lot. no, nothing against there, but we got our roots here.
Fair enough.
Kind of got a little settled here.
I think we would like some of this in Elkhorn. This is fantastic.
I'll ship you some.
Sure, yeah. So I took pictures of the food earlier, right? So can you tell me, just walk me through what are we looking at here?
So that's a cured ham with in Denmark you call it an Italian salad. It's basically peas and carrots, a little asparagus, and then a mayonnaise is on top of that. So that's kind of a classic open-faced.
All right, the next one is
well, that's a coconut macaroon, kokosmakroner, and then a marzipan, like a little marzipan cookie. You can actually get Danish marzipan here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, from my hometown, Odense.
Also, yeah. That's good stuff right there.
Yeah. So that's not as locally sourced as it should be, but it's local for me. And that's frikadeller. It's Danish meatballs. These happen to be made out of veal instead of pork. And hard-boiled eggs and poached shrimp, a little bit of fresh dill. And that is a smoked trout.
Oh yeah, that was very good.
So I smoke the trout, and we do a little egg custard, and then a sweet mustard sauce. Roast beef with crispy onions, pickled cucumber, and a little bit of remoulade, which is kind of like an aioli spiced with curry, turmeric, and pickled vegetables.
So you make that yourself, remoulade?
And that is a spejepølse. It's a salami. It's a hard salami with new potatoes, roasted new potatoes that's been sliced, and then a little bit of fresh mayonnaise.
So if you had to define smørrebrød to the American audience, how would you describe smørrebrød in a couple of sentences?
It's just a loaded, open-faced sandwiches with different variety of cured meats, smoked meats, and then some kind of topping to make it delicious. Right?
There you go. I think that's a good way to end it.
All right, skål.
Skål.
Thank you for coming to Houston.
Well, thanks for having us. It was wonderful. Thank you.